Hello, everybody. This is Shay D, back with another random watch from the collection. This is one I have picked up recently called Fangs. You got this little fright flicks here. Let's look into the synopsis of this one. Bloodthirsty, genetically mutated bats terrorize the sleepy town of Scottsville and turn it into a place of mass hysteria and horror. The local detective and the local veterinarian partner up to halt the attacks of the bloodthirsty creatures and restore order in Scottsville. So, this movie here is from 2002. It is one from Lionsgate. I hadn't watched a Lionsgate movie in a while. You know, they were pretty prominent and dominant in the early 2000 uh, era and stuff. I got this in my last haul, so it's a recent pickup. This one does seem like it's more of a made for TV movie. I don't know if it is or not. It has that like sci-fi channel type vibe, and the CGI. Even the CGI at sometimes is almost like I would say the bats are almost cartoonish at times. So this is an early 2000s movie, but it feels more like a 90s movie, maybe even an early to mid 90s movie. It has more of that vibe to it. The adults and kids both act like they're all immature in this movie. A lot of the adults even act like they're still little kids in this movie. It's kind of odd, but it is cheesy. It's kind of so goofy that it's actually hilarious at times. The story is basic and it goes pretty much where you would expect it to go. This is one for all ages, and it does feel pretty dated, but it's still enjoyable. As I said, I picked this up in the haul recently. I got it for $1 at a pawn shop. So yeah, it was definitely worth the buck and to throw it in the collection. You get some over the top acting here. You got these Valley girls in the beginning that are kind of funny, just completely over the top acting, and you got this Bill and Ted's Adventure type of dude in there. But yeah, overall, I did have fun with it. It made me laugh, and it's a cheesy, goofy, CGI filled flick. So, now that I got done talking about Fangs, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my thoughts on Morbius, which I had seen this past Sunday with a couple friends. Now, Morbius is in the theaters right now. It is a Marvel movie from 2022. It's kind of crazy that we're getting movies like this. Morbius himself from the comics is kind of a underappreciated and underrated character, I would say. Um, so I went with a couple friends to go check it out, and we saw it on the real giant screen, the screen that's like, I don't know what it is, like 4 or 5 times the size of the regular ones. It's kind of the screen under the IMAX size screen, but the film itself had been pushed back a couple times due to the pandemic. I know. I think it was originally supposed to come out in 2020 and then 2021, and then now here it's finally just came out in 2022. A thing about the going to the movies, there was a couple chicks sitting right beside me that wouldn't stop talking for the first minutes. I kind of had to freaking give them a dirty look, and by the time I was about to say something, I think they kind of got the idea. Like, hey, we're in a movie. If you guys want to catch up, shit, go to fucking lunch or something. Don't come to the movie and just be bullshitting the whole time. But anyway, that aside, um, this movie did have a high body count. Like at times, Morbius will take out like 5 to 8 motherfuckers at a time, and it's kind of like quick, fast paced. I've always liked origin stories, and I thought Morbius was visually pretty awesome. I think Jared Leto gives a solid performance. A lot of people either love or hate that guy for some reason. I think he's played in a lot of good stuff. I think he does a pretty good performance in Morbius, and I like the lead actress. She's real beautiful. The girl that plays Dr. Bancroft. But Morbius to me is like a fun popcorn, action packed Marvel flick with vampire and horror elements. Some of the bat scenes in Morbius were pretty epic and cool. I know this movie Morbius has been getting a lot of bad reviews, and I don't really understand why. I think maybe we have got extremely spoiled as viewers with all these big budget Marvel movies and all these comic book movies we've been getting. Um, but I just thought it was solid. And to them people out there that's really like talking bad about Morbius, I didn't think it was that bad. Like I had fun with it on the big screen. I thought it was pretty cool. And for the critics and out there that are just like shitting on that movie and everything, I tell them, hey, make a better one. I mean, really, if any of you get around to seeing, Morbius or whatever, and the things that they're nitpicking, it's like, hey, make a better movie. So anyway, I had a lot of fun with Morbius, checking it out on the big screen this last Sunday here with a couple friends of mine. And yeah, I just thought I'd throw that at the end of this because I felt it was kind of fitting, sticking with the bat theme and stuff here. And once again, the main focus was on this Fangs movie, but I do like Morbius. It's not the greatest movie ever, but it's a lot better than what it's getting credit for. And it's just a fun movie, good for a fun viewing, and I'm glad I saw it in the theater. So I will talk to y'all soon, and I will see y'all later. Peace.